Hi guys, welcome to Authentically Maskless, where we uncover your true identity without all the masks that you have adopted along the way. Welcome gods and goddesses. This is my YouTube channel and I'm your host Liesel. Welcome, you can call me Lizzie. And we are talking about shifting the identity to manifest your dream goals and desires so that you can achieve and be whatever it is that you desire, even if it's with relationships, artwork, wealth, health, whatever it is. Nothing is impossible because creation has already been finished, and therefore you can have and be anything you desire because you actually choose and select that version of yourself and the new reality or the new reality in the quantum field that all things exist already to experience that right now, not tomorrow, not yesterday, but right now, by choosing it in every second and every moment and staying faithful to that new story, no matter what is showing up in your reality and the circumstances, conditions. It's all past beliefs and all of the stuff that you have impressed that is still playing out. So whatever is happening in the 3D doesn't make sense to fight it and to argue with it and trying to shift and change it because it's already done. The only thing that you could do is to change your assumption, the way you are thinking and feeling and seeing it, because it is just an illusion. It's not always as it seems, because we all know that is malleable, yet it can change in every second of any moment, no matter what it is that you want to experience. So anyway, guys, let's talk about a specific person's success story. It's my favorite because it is what that is what brought me to manifestation. It was a specific person. It was someone I love very much. That I'm very grateful that they actually brought me to this journey, and now I can talk to you guys and teach you what I have learned along the way. And whoa, was this journey for me. It was very difficult and hard for me. I must admit, I've experienced hardship, guys, and it was not as great as it was not great. It was very difficult. But that said, I am appreciative because I've learned so much. I uncovered a lot of myself. I have uncovered that it is not about the other person, but about me, that person is actually just a mirror reflection of myself, and that I needed to change my identity, who I believe to be in relationships and how I see myself in relationship and in relation to the story that I was writing about another person that was causing me to experience the hardship. Even though I'm still on the bridge of this unfolding, I can tell you a lot of stories, but for now we're going to stick to the success stories of other people that experience the same thing or similar situations and circumstances, conditions, and they manifested their success story. Now this is a very great story, and this is someone close to me, and this person is one of the few in my community and in my country that believes in manifestation and the law of assumption, law of attraction, how to attract that what you desire to experience. Now remember, we don't necessarily attract, we choose that identity and that version, or we shift into that identity and we choose that version of ourselves in relation to that story that we want to experience. So anyway, That is also a success story that I've posted on my community post, so that you can have a look at, and you can read the WhatsApp that was sent to me. And also, this is just a video to explain to you guys that what actually happened and what she did to get to this place. Again, this person is also a religious person that also believe in God, a God out there outside of her. But remember that we all manifest 24/7. Manifestation means to see the unseen seen. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, but what we believe to be true to us is going to reflect back out in our reality, and that is the mirror reflection of what we see happening in our life. Now, that can be with relationships, with money, with wealth doesn't matter. Just to give you an example, if you grew up as a poor kid, most of the people grew up or grown up will stuck being in poverty, because that is their identity and the version of them that identifying to be poor and living in poverty. So to give you that example, it does not matter what you believe. It is about who you assume to be true to you and who you are identifying as. The same with if you grew up and your parent died due to cancer, that person is going to probably have a belief that they might also experience cancer in some way, in some day in their life. And most of the time you can have a look and see that they will probably be diagnosed with some kind of illness or cancer or whatsoever, because that is their assumption true to them because of their identity and how they grew up. But when you become aware of your of manifestation, the law of attraction, law of assumption, you become awakened and realize that you don't need to settle or to believe in certain belief systems or identified with all of the stuff that was adopted along the way from your parents, your community, or your religion's background. But you can change that version of yourself and that new identity, and you can become that new version and that new identity and manifest that goals, that desires, that heart desires that you want to achieve. So let's have a look. So this person, I'm going to keep her anonymous. She was married to a person with a different community culture background. All right, so it is frowned upon to have different cultures marriages, and that is okay and it's fine. So she was not necessarily accepted by the family to be married to her husband. They actually married. She manifested to be married with him because she loved him very much and he loved her very much. But she also had a few things that she believed that was a little bit of a identity that she identified with. For example, she thought that he would be unfaithful and not faithful, and that she didn't affirm and be specific that he would be faithful, all of that. So because of past experience, obviously, that she most likely might have experienced someone else's not being faithful to her, and that she experienced the exact same thing with this relationship and this marriage. Long story short, she and her husband was separated, but they did not divorce, and I can't remember for how long they actually were separated. She just been faithful to the story that she was telling herself and to shift the identity, and she was religiously faithful by praying each and every day and thanking God for for her husband and their relationship, and that they will be reconciled and back together. And so she did that exactly, and there was no evidence, nothing whatsoever that showed her that this is going to unfold, that they will be back together. The only evidence that she had was her inner belief, knowing that God will prevail and that He will come through and they will be back together. Because what God brought together and they were married, they will not be separated. That is the belief that she had. Now there was another third party. This third party was always off in the background for many years, and that he cheated on her with this woman, and that all of this stuff just escalated. However, the funny thing is that while he was with this other woman, the family didn't approve of this new woman. Now you must remember the background was that they didn't approved from her because of her culture background, that they were not very happy with this new woman, and they actually compared the two with each other and say, but she was actually so much better because she's this and she's that and she's, all of this stuff, and that she was actually the version or the person that was much better than the other woman. And that she at once told me that she felt like that the other woman was still in the picture, and I told her that the other woman was not in the picture, and that she actually frankly was already out of the picture, but there was no movement to show to her that there was any change or difference in their relationship with the two of them. And so some things happened, a breach of events happened, and I am not exactly sure what the breach of events was that caused her to go to his house and where he and his dad live at, and then she visited for the weekend. And strangely enough, they were back together as if nothing ever happened. They just went on as if they were a couple, and they are still married. Well, technically in law, in the in the 3D law, they are still married. They never divorced. They were just separated. They are actually back together, and they talked, and he told her that he never felt that they were separated and that they were never together. They actually were always together no matter what happened. And all of these events happened that was opposing to that what she actually experienced in the physical reality. But she was faithful to her prayers and to what she wanted and the end goal, and that was that she's still married to him. And that even though there was a third party, and that it seemed like that it's never going to unfold or happen, she still loved him unconditionally, and she loved the other woman unconditionally as well, and she sent them both blessings while they were together. And the thing is, guys, love is very powerful, because creation is love, source is love, God is love. And if you love everything, even the bad, it dissolves the issues, the problems, the circumstances and conditions that is opposing to that what you desire, and it dissolves that what we want to call a problem or an issue. It dissolves on its own, because we are love. We are created with love and by love. That is what we are. We are light. We are the center of our reality, and nothing can exist without our awareness. So when something is in the dark and we put it into light, it has no other choice but to dissolve. But remember, if you put that into light and make it important, then it's going to be important. I mean, the third party could still be in the picture if she started to worry and not know her value and started to spiral and not be concerned, starting to be concerned about the thing and stalking him and stalking her and talking bad. And she just took away her awareness and focused on what it is that she wanted, and that was she's still married to him, and that he is her husband, and that she loves her no matter what, and that they will be back together no matter what. And she stayed faithful to that new story of her, and they are back together. My goodness, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you guys, and you are a wonderful woman, and you are an encouragement for me, and I know that everything is going to work out exactly for you and for him. That is my assumption. That is what I am going to attain for you guys, and affirming for you that whatever is going to move forward, that it is just going to be blessing on blessings, and that anything that was in the past is not going to repeat itself, but you're going to be loved and happy, and that you guys are going to share your end with each other till death do you part, as you wish. So I'm so proud of you, and thank you for sharing this story with me and trusting me to share this story with the world outside and out there. May this be an encouragement for each and everyone that is listening to this. You are not too old. You are not too whatever to experience that end goal that you desire. And guys, I must give you I just wanted to be very frankly honest with you guys. You don't need to be with someone or settle because of obligations or circumstances or conditions, because that is what is expected from you. You don't need to. If it does not resonate with you and it does not make you feel happy, joyful, peaceful, no matter if you are married or you're having kids with this person, you deserve to be loved. And if you are in a relationship and you want to change it, you can. But don't settle because you want to impress your family or the community, or it's because you feel like it's the noble thing to do to stay with a woman that is maybe having your baby. You know what? There's a lot of people that co-parenting perfectly. I know someone directly in my life that is co-parenting with his kid's mom. They were never married, but they had 2 kids together. Today they seem like brother and sister, but they are the best co-parenting together ever. They are like best friends, and the kids are so freaking happy, and they are so normal. There's no issues, no nothing, because they are doing much more better than they did when they were together. And the fact of the matter is that they respect each other enough to be better for the kids, not for them, for each other, but also they are doing great and the kids are happy. There's nothing wrong with them. It is better to not be together with someone that you are not happy with because of kids. The thing is, if you stay with someone else that you think you should stay with, and there's no love, mutual respect, or you can see your life, the rest of your life with that other person, it is not your lover and your best friend, because that is what a relationship is about. To be with someone that is your best friend, your lover, your friend, and your companionship, your That is what a relationship is about, is to be with the person of you, with you, to be with the person that you can share your rest of your life with, that you can envision yourself to be with and grow old with, that you can say with a 100% open heart that I can be with this person until I am 80 years old, because I really truly want to be with them, because they are my best friend, they are my lover, they are my companion, partner in crime. That is what it's all about. It is about being happy, and that person must not even change you. They must give you that inner peace, inner knowing. And also, can you say that you want to change yourself, to better yourself, for yourself, into relation to that version of that person as well? Because you don't need to change you to be with that person, but if that person encourage you to become a better version, what kind of person that brings out the best of you and not the worst? That is what life is all about. Anyway, that is it for today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and leave your comments down below, and like and subscribe, link the bell icon, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.